Should you tell people that you're a reseller when you're at garage sales, flea markets, and private picks, or should you keep it to yourself? We're going to debate that today. Welcome to Flipping and Punching, and today we're going to pull some eBay orders and we're going to have a discussion. You know, the part of the reason I want to have this discussion is I get comments on my picking videos all the time that I shouldn't tell people that I'm a reseller, that people are going to give me deals, are going to charge me more. You know, some of my favorite comments is, if you came to my yard sale and I knew you're a reseller, I wouldn't give you any deals. I would charge you extra. The whole purpose of having a yard sale is to get rid of your stuff. When people that don't do garage sales or don't go to garage sales, when they see those videos on YouTube, they have no idea that people have garage sales not because they're poor, not because they need money. Some do every once in a while, but 95% of the time is because people are just trying to clear out junk at their house and they want stuff gone. So the question today we're going to debate here is, should you tell people that you're a reseller when you're doing these picks, that you're buying items to resell, or should you keep it to yourself? I want to hear what you guys have to say on that. But let's pull some orders first. It has begun already. Already. I'm literally a minute into this video. Why? Why do you guys do this to me every time? Huh? Why do you do this to me? Oh, now you want to drink some too? This is what's going on? The first item we sold today is a Louis Vuitton empty box. As you know, I've been selling a ton of these. Here it is. Now, I actually sold this one at a discount because as you can see, the corner of this one's cracked there. Normally, I sell those for like $24.99. I think I listed this one for $21.99 and it sold within hours of this thing. So $21.99 plus shipping. Recently, I was at a garage sale and I had a crazy pickup of CDs. A lot of punk, a lot of rock. As you guys know, I love to sell media. And if I can come out of CDs, I'll pick them up. So what I did was I broke them down. You'll see the video on the Pick and Punching channel here in the near future, but let me show you what I picked up. All right, so this is a band called Sick of It All. And this was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 CDs there. So 8 CDs. I had it listed, I think, for like 20 bucks. Buyer sent me an offer, I think for like $16.50, and I accepted. So I got $16.50 plus shipping on that. I paid $30 for this massive lot of CDs. So a lot of times when I get CDs, I put them in smaller lots. If it's a reasonable offer, I'm just going to take it because I want them to move. CDs have a tendency to sit around a little bit, so when you find a good buyer, price them right, they'll move fast. Being a former pro wrestler myself, I'm a massive wrestling collector, and when I come across like LJN figures, the big rubber ones like the early 80s, I have a huge collection of those. Matt Cardona, also known as Zack Ryder, formerly known as Zack Ryder from the WWE, came out, released his own toy line called the Big Rubber Guys, which are identical to the LJN figures from the 80s. And he just started releasing them, and I just got them in the mail actually today. There's the British Bulldog. Really cool. It actually comes with Matilda too, his little bulldog. And here's his tag team partner, Dynamite Kid. So, cool pieces. Pick these up. I think I paid like 100 bucks for the pair. They are usually, they release it for like a month pre-order and you can buy them, and after that you guys can't buy them anymore. So these are actually sold out. I bought 2 pairs, one to flip on eBay and then one to keep for myself. So hopefully these will sell, and then my set will be free. So normally when I do stuff in my collection, that's how I used to like build up my video game collection for free, and action figures and stuff like that. I buy big lots or I buy multiples of items, flip the one, and then that pays for the other one. Never fails. Willow, you drink all the water. You drink all the water, huh? Huh, baby? Yeah, look at your tail wagging. Good girl. If I have 100 videos on my channel, they must interrupt probably 89 of them. This is something that's been on my mind for a very long time. And I never thought it was that big of a deal until I had a YouTube channel. You guys see me on my Pick and Punching channel. I post up videos all the time, me going to garage sales, flea markets, doing private picks. And I go out and I buy lots of stuff to flip online to resell. And I get tons of comments on my channel all the time is, if I knew you're a reseller, I would charge you double. Don't tell people what you do. You're not going to get good deals. They know you're a reseller. They're going to double the price or not going to cut you deals. And that could be farther from the truth, to be honest with you. And I really want to hear what your opinion is, what you guys do. Because I will tell you, when I was first out and about, when I first started yard selling 20 years ago, when I first started doing this stuff, like 20 years ago as a teenager, I went out to yard sales and I didn't want to tell people I was trying to buy stuff to flip. And I don't know why. Maybe you just thought, that wasn't cool. I just didn't. Maybe I thought I wasn't going to get good deals, or people who thought I was, trying to make money off them. And no, I don't know what I was thinking. But so the longest time people are like, oh yeah, I was like, I buy it for my collection, which at the end of the day, I'm not lying, because I am a collector first and foremost. I do collect video games. So a lot of times when I buy massive video game lots,
I would pull out the ones I want for my collection. The rest I would flip to make money to pay for my collection, so my collection would be free. Over time, I changed that mindset. I used to I tell people what I do. I'm gonna do a deep dive in this here in a second, but pull a couple more orders here and we'll talk more about this. Next time we sold is actually a video game. This is a brand new sealed copy of Yoshi game for, I think, Nintendo 3DS. Pokemon. 3DS, where is that? Right here, Yoshi. Yoshi's Woolly World. Peachy and Yoshi's Woolly World. Brand new sealed. They have a private pick a while back. Unfortunately, some lady's husband passed away when he was like 40 years old. He had a massive video game collection. She wanted to keep some for her son, but all the extras and stuff that they just ended up selling off. So I bought this whole collection, I think for like $500. This was in there. So I got $40 plus shipping on that. All right, next time we sold is actually a Japanese animation DVD. This is Ray Earth. I have no idea. I went to a yard sale. I picked up a massive collection of Japanese animation. When you're out and about, and if you come across Japanese animation, it doesn't matter if it's in English or in Japanese, pick it up if you can get it for like 50 cents or $1. Some of those DVD sets, as you're going to see here in a minute, go for big money. I went to a garage sale, I picked up like 28 DVDs and I paid, I think, $20 for them. They went $1 a piece, but we worked out a deal for, I think I got all 28 for $20. That one alone, I don't think there was nothing in there. It was like a major home run, but this one alone, I think I had it listed for like 18 or $20 on an eBay, and someone sent me an offer for $16.50 and I accepted. So I got $16.50 plus shipping. I just mentioned about the Japanese animation, about how that you need to look them up and keep an eye out for them. This came from a private pick, which I got a ton of stuff from, but this one was actually a private pick. Number 6, complete collection. I know it doesn't look like much, but when you hear what this one for you, then you have a different mindset. So I had no idea what this was, to be honest with you. It's a super rare set, and I paid. The gentleman knew I was a reseller, so this goes back to the point for what I was trying to make earlier, where you should tell people what you do, because he knew I was a reseller. Because of that, I was able to get in for a couple private picks with him. So what we do is we'll look up items together. He knows I need to make a profit on it. He had this. He wanted $40 for it. We ended up selling for $30 for this, and I ended up selling it for $79.99 plus shipping. So it's super rare DVD. He knew it was rare. He showed it to me. I had no idea. But that goes along the lines of what I was just talking about. I tell everyone I'm a reseller, and believe it or not, 95% of the time, it works to my favor. There might be 1 or 2 people that don't like it and don't want me to buy from them or don't like to work with resellers. I get it. I mean, here's the thing. If you put an item out for your table for $10 and I come up there, I'm going to buy it to resell. What does it matter if I buy it or your next door neighbor buys it? Because he's going to keep it and I'm going to resell it. You're still getting the money that you asked for. So I never understood that. I never understood why people get upset or mad about that. Maybe they get mad because we ask for discounts sometimes, but you can say no. If someone says no to me when I ask for a discount, it doesn't mean I'm not going to make the deal with them. You know, sometimes we try to, it's in our nature to try to save money whenever we can, especially if we do this full-time or part-time. If I go to 10 sales one day and I buy something for every one of those sales, and if I can save $5 per sale because I did a bundle deal, that's $50 in my pocket. You know, that's dinner for me and my wife. That's $50 I can put towards paying down my credit cards or paying off my mortgage. So that stuff goes a long way, especially when you're a business owner. You have to have a different mindset, an entrepreneur mindset. Just think of corporate America. Every year, especially publicly traded companies, they look at their bottom line. They'll lay off employees. They'll cut marketing budgets for different departments. They do everything they can to save dollars along the way, because the more money they can save, the more money adds to their bottom line. Now, with that being said, you also got to be respectful. Don't go into a place, if you know it ends with $100 and offer them $1 for it and it's $2, just buy it. But I think that's what gives resellers a bad name a lot of times. There's more benefits to telling people what you do than to not. I'm going to tell you about that here in a second. All right, we actually sold a couple Disney pins, so I'm going to pull them out of the container over here. All right, so these are 2 pins that we sold. First one is what they call Two Guns Mickey. I don't know if they would make this one anymore. I don't think Disney would make any type of... I think Disney's too woke that would make anything to do with guns and Mickey Mouse anymore. So we got $16.99 plus shipping for that one. This is a special fundraising employee actual pin. Had this listed for $49.99. Buyer sent me an offer for $30. I was going to counter them, but then realized that it has like a little manufacturer error on it. It's not a scratch, but it looks like underneath, but it has like a little mark across it. So I showed them that. We ended up selling at $30. So I got $30 plus shipping. Here's one reason why you should tell people, and it has to go with these pins. I went to a yard sale. The guy had a bunch of pins out. I also asked them if they would make a bundle deal. They originally said no. I went through, I let them know, say, hey, I am a reseller. I have a reselling business. I would love to buy all your pins, but you know, I would like to get more of a bundle deal so I can just, since I'm making a large investment, I would like to get a little discount on this. We ended up settling. I got 600 pins for $1,500. Went back to their house a week later, spoke to them, let them know I'm willing to buy more pins because they had more inventory. They called me up 3 weeks later, and I ended up buying 2,600 pins for over $5,000. Now, that deal never would have happened if I wasn't if I didn't tell them I was a reseller. More importantly though, I told them as a reseller, I said, I really appreciate you guys hooking me up and doing this. If you know anyone else that has collections to sell, please let me know. I will give you a referral fee for doing that. A couple weeks later, he actually reached back out to me, said that he has one of his really good friends has a massive collection of Disney stuff they want to sell. Went over there, I bought $10,000 worth of stuff for $2,500, and then I got called back a second time to that place. I went back to the original guy who hooked me with that lead and handed him $50, told him took his wife to go out to dinner. I made sure to take care of the people that took care of me, but also too, that never would happen if I didn't tell them I was reselling. So by telling people that you're a reseller, it opens up the doors. It's a different conversation to have, especially because I'm a collector too. I know how collectors act and how they get about being a collector. First and foremost, has really helped my business tremendously because I know how to talk to other collectors. You know, when collectors collect things, there's a sentimental value to some of these items. They cherish certain things over other things, and they may say they're ready to sell, but when push comes to shove, it's hard for them to actually sell off the collection. Well, all you have to do is rip off the Band-Aid a little bit. If you can buy a small portion of the collection to start off with, it's a lot easier over time. I know that personally because I've been in that position. I've sold off my collection multiple times. I've sold my NES collection 3 times. I sold my Hasbro wrestling figure collection like twice already. You know, things happen over time. You move, you need money, you just weren't playing at the time, and you start recollecting. It happens to everyone. So more of this story is, by telling people what you do, can really open up other opportunities down the line. Next thing we saw was actually a Michael Vick jersey. Over here in a... I think this is it. Yeah, next thing we did so was Michael Vick jersey. I picked this up when I was up in Virginia visiting the 100-mile sale with the Commonwealth Picker. And I ended up paid $5 for this, and we ended up selling this for $69.99 plus shipping. Here's another thing. When I'm at private picks, I will ask them if they have anything else that they're looking to sell or anything that may be valuable that I don't know about, because I'm always trying to learn. I'm a human sponge when it comes to reselling. And this is what the item I just sold here is one of those examples. So this is Mackenzie Childs. It looks like a picnic tablecloth, but it's actually curtains for your house. And I had no idea Mackenzie Childs was actually a really good brand. I learned that from the private pick I went to. Paid $60 for 4 of these, and I am selling this one alone for $60 plus shipping. Had this listed for $79.99. Buyer sent me an offer for $60. I accepted. So that's $60 plus shipping. This is the second one I've sold. I think the last one we sold for $60. So I've sold 2 of these for $120. I paid $60 for all of them. So we are well into the profits, and I got 2 more to go. One example, guys, if you tell people you're a reseller, they will let you know other things that have value that you may want to buy. So one thing when I go to yard sales, I always tell people that I am a reseller, and I let them know what I'm looking for. You know, looking for video games, comic books, sports cards, collectibles, toys, vintage shirts. Look for clues when you go to yard sales. If you see they have all kind of sports stuff there, ask for sports cards. If they have a bunch of music stuff there, maybe they have some concert shirts, you know. But it's always tell them what you're looking for and what you buy, because they may not have it, but they may know a friend or family member that does. I can't tell you how many houses I've been invited into at garage sales by just telling people that I am a reseller and I'm looking for this merchandise, and they say, oh, I don't have it out at the sale yet. I didn't think people would want it. Here, why don't you come to my house and show you what I have? And I have cleared out houses. I have bought merch, tons of merch. I've been invited back because I told people I'm a reseller. So don't be afraid to tell people what you do. All right, next time I sold is actually a Blu-ray DVD set, my favorite horror movie series of all time. Nightmare on Elm Street. I absolutely love this collection. I already had this, or if I didn't, I would definitely keep this. This is brand new, sealed. Picked this up at the Webster Flea Market. Working with another flea market vendor. He knows that I'm a reseller, so he always gives me good deals because he knows I need to make money, but I want to make sure he makes money as well. And I bought a lot of VHS and DVDs off him for $50, and we ended up selling this one for $39.99 plus shipping. So great deals. He made money, and I'm making money on this, so can't complain. All right, next time we sold was a hat. Now, I don't know if you guys, but my hat sales have just plummeted over the last year. I used to sell a ton of hats for high prices. And unfortunately, the hat market I don't know if it's dried up. And I love hats. I always wear hats in all my videos, as you can tell. I have a whole collection of hats I go through. But man, the resale value on hats has really dropped off. So here's my bin of hats, which is starting to dwindle. So this one right here, this is Doobie Brothers. Picked this up at a yard sale. The guy used to be a DJ. I ended up getting like 24 hats for I think 75 bucks. And we sold this one. I had it listed for $19.99. Sent an offer for $15.99, then buyer accepted. So we got $15.99 plus shipping. Sold a pair of buckle jeans. Now they're in my D1 container. One thing I do with all my jeans is they all look very similar. I put a little tag in there and number each one of them so I know which one it is. We're looking for number 34. Is it there? Nope. There it is, 34. You can tell right away. That way we don't mix them up. Had these listed for $39.99. Buyer sent me an offer for 30 bucks. And I accepted, so I got $30 plus shipping. They actually did send me a message that said that they would buy a second pair for 30 bucks if I had them. Unfortunately, this is the only pair I had that size. So, wish I had more of them because these do sell well. Buckle jeans. If you guys see them for cheap, pick them up. Now, I'm not going to lie. There have been a couple times where I was at a sale where the sellers were kind of turned off that I was a reseller. And they really didn't want to work with me. That's okay. I just moved on to another sale. But I will tell you, I can count on like one hand how many times that's happened to me. And I might go to 20 to 30 yard sales on a Saturday. Just depends on how the day's going. For those out there that don't tell people that you're a reseller, let me know the reason why. Is it because you're just scared of how they're going to react? Do you think they're going to charge you more? They're not going to want to work with you? I'm actually very intrigued to figure out why. So let me know in the comments down below. Next time we sold was actually a pair of athletic shorts. These are from the Dallas Cowboys. I got these when I was on the fleet across Florida with ADH Dave and Death Pile Picker Mike. We went to a garage sale and the guy had, he must have had his entire wardrobe out there. He had like 4 racks just full of polo shirts. He had a bunch of athletic clothes, all bigger sizes, which was great because the bigger sizes do sell better online. All right, see that's where like the Florida State shirts, Florida State shorts came from. These are it right here. Dallas Cowboys, these are Nike shorts. Had them listed, I think, for $34.99. Sent an offer for $29.99. Buyer countered at 20 bucks, and then I sent them a counter offer at $24.99, and buyer accepted. So at $24.99 plus shipping. All right, next time we sold is actually a comic book. This is an old school comic book from the Avengers. This is the Avengers number 13. It's not in the best shape. This thing would have brought a premium if it was in better condition. Had it listed for $8.99. Buyer sent me an offer for $6.99. I accepted, so I got $6.99 plus shipping. I've been telling you guys I've been cross-listing with Vendoo, and we sold another item on the Whatnot platform. It wasn't at a live auction. This is on their actual marketplace, which is really cool. This is Jeff Hardy. This is the entrance. I had this listed for $19.99. This came from my private pick I did. Ended up listing this for $19.99, and it sold for $19.99 plus shipping, and that was on the Whatnot marketplace. It's like the 6th or 7th item now I've sold on there so far. So the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with here is, and if you have kids, you know this is true. You know when people are lying. If you're at garage sales, you try to lie to people and they find out, or they have an inkling that you're lying to them, it's not going to go well. Have you ever tried to buy something from people you don't like or sell something to people you don't like? This doesn't really work out that well. You know, if you guys watch my picking and punching videos, I'm always laughing, joking around with the sellers because I love the interaction, but also it puts them in a good mood. So I'm able to get better deals that way. Not that that's the reason why I do it, but it just happens to work out that way. So don't lie to people because people do know when you are lying. And not to mention, it's not normal for people to show up to a yard sale and try to buy out half the yard sale in a bulk deal. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, I appreciate all the support that you guys have been giving this channel. Until next time, make sure you guys keep flipping and punching.